Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 8th. We're going to jump right in here. You have this mechanic card that says you can easily fix your finances with little friction. You also have this card that says you're in a transition phase over your career. So it does seem to me like a lot of people are in a transition phase just in general. And, I'm hearing like rise or fall. And I know that sounds like dark, but, I feel you have a choice. Like you can either... rise to the occasion. You can make something happen, or you can choose not to. Basically the choice is yours. I do feel like there's quick success coming in here. Honestly, I feel there's quick success available for everyone, but does that mean everyone will have this quick success? No, definitely not. Eight of Wands is something. What I will say is that Eight of Wands is something that requires momentum. And so that's like the secret. To me, I don't look at tarot as necessarily predictive. Can it make some predictions? Absolutely. But, to me, tarot is just pointing out, it is just the energy. It is just the pointing out the energy of the time, right, for each sign. And it's saying you can work with this energy or not. The choice is yours. And so I look at tarot as more kind of like guidance, and I've always said this. So, because I always roast the absolute crap out of people who leave comments like, this didn't happen. I'm like, I never said anything would happen. I make that very clear. But, what I would say is that the Eight of Wands is a card where it says that there's a lot of momentum. There's energy is gaining steam. You can find a lot of success with the Eight of Wands, but we have to double down on the things that are working with the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands says that when you double down on it, that's when you create the momentum in your life. The other thing we can do with the Eight of Wands is we can work together with people. It is a card of socializing. The other thing we can do is we can have a direction. The Eight of Wands was traditionally the arrows of love. Basically, we tell the universe what we want in love. The universe responds with signs, symbols, synchronicities, inspirations, things like that. But Esther Hicks or whatever calls it rockets of desire. So you can call it whatever the hell you want. I don't care. But what I would say is that I think really the important thing here is nothing magical, right? Although you have this card that says a burst of magic. But I think what's important here is, clearly the Eight of Wands is the most important card here, and also direction. Picking a direction, picking that North Star, which I've been telling you for 2 years now, right? I have been preparing you for Pluto and Aquarius, right? With, the Leo King, I did a thing, a talk with him. We were talking, I should say, a couple of weeks ago, and he said that during Pluto and Capricorn, a bunch of Capricorns fell, right? A bunch of Capricorns. We saw this in, a bunch of Capricorn people kind of like, breaking down. So I don't want that to happen to you, Aquarius, and it doesn't have to either. And Pluto and Aquarius doesn't have to be scary in the first place, right? You can choose to rise, and I think this Eight of Wands is saying that picking a direction in your life and aiming at something, having that North Star, you are Aquarius, the star card, having a North Star, having that direction is going to lead to quick success, it looks like. So it's like you have nothing to worry about if you do that. And you have the Eight of Cups, which is like walking away from things that no longer serve you. There's definitely an end to an old story here with the Nine of Swords. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be ending a round-and-round situation. Nine of Swords, never-ending nightmare. And, again, I feel pretty good about this. I think that you're ending something. It's like something that you don't even know why you were attached to it in the first place. I don't even think this is just love. This could literally be something as small as like a bad habit. It could be a job. It could be a business. It's going to be different for all of you. But I think that you're seeing like, okay, I want my life to, move in this one direction. Eight of Wands, right? Clearly the most important thing here. But it's almost like you're doing arithmetic here. It's almost like you're saying, okay, there are these certain things in my life that kind of pull me away from this one direction that I want to move in. And so this is a really good reading. This is pretty deep. I think I said this about your last reading as well. So clearly, I feel like you are doing a lot of like deep introspective work, or you're doing a lot of work just, personally on your own, right? And so, again, like I said, pretty deep stuff here, Aquarius, is what I would say. And this deck is an absolute mess. So there we go. I also, what I would say as I'm telling you right now, someone was sitting in my chair, Aquarius. Everything feels off here. So someone was clearly touching my cards, right? With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. I also feel Two of Pentacles is a choice. You have a choice between Nine of Swords or the Eight of Wands. Rise with the Eight of Wands, fall with the Nine of Swords. And so the Nine of Swords, like, just says that if there are any negative cycles, even if it's something very small, maybe you have a sweet tooth, right? Maybe it could be that small. It's like, is there some sort of tiny habit that you can correct that will keep you pushing, right? Here you go. Are you freaking kidding? With the Eight of Cups, you have the Nine of Swords. So the Eight of Cups says you're walking away from something that no longer serves you, and you're walking into the light, right? You can hear that I'm a little bit congested today and everything. I had yesterday was the second, right? I had my first cheat day in a year. I did not cheat all of 2023. So I had like 2 things of ice cream yesterday and everything. And look, it's like clearly I should have just left that in 2022, right? So again, you could be letting go of some bad habits. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Judgment card. This is crazy because you have judgment to judgment here. It's crazy to me that there are so many repeating cards already. And this is like the 3rd reading, I would say, that I've had where there have been so many repeating cards. This does not happen often. It's for the most part, cards don't repeat. So this is really the universe saying I meant what I said, but clearly also you ending a cycle is going to lead to a big rebirth, The Judgment card, these people are standing in these coffins here, and the coffin represents their old life, and then outside the coffin represents their new life. So like I said, deep work going on here. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Healing the Heart card. You also have this Burst of Magic card as well. So again, I feel that the magic is really momentum. That's what I would be paying attention to if I were you, Aquarius, is kind of like the doubling down on the things that speed things up. And it's not that we're, I want to stress that it's not like we're going for speed. I would say, I think the key word for 2024 is efficiency, right? I would be looking for things that are the most efficient in work, in business, in your health. And so that might mean that they're quick, the activities or the things that you double down on, it might mean that. But also maybe there are things that are efficient that take like a week to do or take a month to do or whatever. But I would be like looking at building those things. I keep telling people, I would be doing whatever you can to, build machines in your life. And I don't mean literally machines, but it's are there things that you can work on where you do the work once and then it provides a result? Can you write a book? Can you start a YouTube channel? Don't start a tarot channel because tarot videos only last for a week, right? So it's I'm doubling down on my Chris Rock channel this year. Why do you think that is? Because it's an 8-year, right? So it's those are the, I would be looking for things like that in your own personal life. It's are there health activities that kind of provide a bigger result than other things for you? I would be really looking at those opportunities, whatever they are, because again, it's going to speed things up. You have the Eight of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Temperance card here. It's I feel like you tried to change something here, right here, with the Temperance card. We're going to come back to that in just a second, but it's almost like, I feel like that there are brighter horizons. There are just bigger things for you. And again, I also feel that you cannot help being an Aquarius. I feel that you cannot help but it's something is capturing your attention, Pluto going into Aquarius, like I said, we could say Aquarius is a star card. It's almost like something is shining too bright, this could be a moment of inspiration. You could have a project that you want to work on. It's just too bright. There's too much going on where you just can't ignore it. We even see this going this way because we go down to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of inspiration. So, I feel like you're starting this year off strong, probably wanting to build something that's more permanent. Again, you have the King of Pentacles. I see a lot of people building things that are permanent. We still have Jupiter in Taurus, and also Uranus in Taurus right now. So, I think that even when Jupiter leaves Taurus, doesn't matter. I think with Uranus still there, people are going to have a very strong desire to build things that last. Like I said, that's what I mean by machines, right? We were just talking about this. It's can you work on one thing this year that lasts for a long time? Improving your health. Can you develop a health routine? Or could it be spirituality? Or could it be, whatever else you're working on in life? I would be picking one thing and making it happen. You have the Temperance card here. I get this feeling of trying to make something work, right here. But I feel like you're seeing that there are brighter horizons. Again, Queen of Swords she sees clearly for the first time. And so she sees the Ace of Wands clearly here in your reading. So it's like you clearly see that there's a new opportunity. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. I think you are seeing that you have to end some sort of cycle in your life here, Aquarius, whatever it is for you. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Devil. So it could be a toxic cycle. It's funny that I'm talking about health this entire time. Really, the reason is you end with this health card. But also, I have been kind of feeling health, and also it could just be something toxic. We said this at the beginning of the reading. It could just be a bad habit or something like that. I don't even think it's that big of a deal. I think you're just letting go of something. Maybe what is a big deal is, kind of like the how much it improves your life, right? And how much, like, again, not to toot my own horn here, but like last December in 2022, I quit drinking, and I haven't had a drink since. And originally I just said, I was going to quit for 2023, and then I would have another drink again. And after, like, I felt so freaking good in 2023 not drinking that I am never going to drink it again, right? Like, I didn't realize how much, I wasn't a big drinker in the first place, right? And I didn't realize how much it affected my life. So, not even drinking at all, like barely at all, right? So, I've completely quit. And again, I feel like some of you could be realizing, I'm not saying it's drinking, I'm just giving you an example. It's like you could be seeing how something in your life, could be a person, a place, a business, a job, whatever. You could be seeing how much like it affects you mentally, and by leaving it, it's really setting you free here is what I'm getting. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Three of Swords. Definitely could be, again, some of you could be working on letting go of a person here. I don't really feel bad about this Three of Swords either, because again, the Three of Swords can be a card of forgiveness. You could be wanting forgiveness, or you could be giving forgiveness to a person here as well, I'm getting. I have the word forgiveness popping into my head. So, there could be like an apology here going this direction with a past person. Could be an earth sign for sure. So, there you go. You could also be attracting a new person, but it's like you're trying to heal. I feel like this is mostly you. So if you're attracting a new person, obviously make sure you're healed. With the Temperance card, yes, I feel like you're just excited for new beginnings. You have the Fool here. So I feel like you are ready to jump into something new. Next, this makes sense. I didn't even see this card. This card says, this is coming up and what's coming towards you. It says, you're creating a you that you will be proud of. I think that's what the whole entire reading is talking about. Yeah, there's love here. Yes, there's other things here. But like I just said a couple of minutes ago, I feel this is more a deep work reading where it's like you're working on yourself. You're doing whatever that means, right? Could be your personality, could be you improving things, getting rid of toxic things. And I would also say this reading is like a path reading in the sense that I think we all have these paths in life, and there are things that sometimes like tug us in different directions, distractions, toxic substances, toxic people, toxic work environments, like all those things kind of, slowly kind of move us off our path. But it's almost like you're kind of very focused with the Eight of Wands. You have this card that says, remember, you came here to teach others. So I feel like you're kind of just seeing, what life is really about. You're kind of seeing the lessons, and you're learning from the things that you have learned from. You have the Judgment card, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. The Judgment card is a wake-up call. I feel like you've had a wake-up call. I do feel like some of you have had a wake-up call, not like in a bad or rude way or anything, but again, I feel that maybe you've had a wake-up call in the sense that you've seen those little, strings or those little threads of fate, whatever you want to call them, that kind of pull you off your path or that move you off of you accomplishing your star. And so it's like you're paying attention to that and getting back on the path. Again, this is super powerful reading, I would say. You have the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely could be a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. Could be an earth sign if you're looking for love. Could also be a fire sign as well, I'm getting. So, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign, general reading. But I do feel there could be love coming in for you. I also feel like you're seeing that you're more resourceful than you realize. Both of these cards, believe it or not, represent resources. I'll tell you why. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. She is focused on that pentacle. She's not focused on that rabbit. And so she's focusing on what she does have. She's not focusing on what she doesn't have. And then you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is the Knight in Shining Armor, but he's standing in the desert, and you can see that water flowing in front of him, and it basically says that no matter what, he could plant seeds in front of that water, and they would grow. So even though he's in the desert, there are no resources in the desert, right? It's a desert. No matter what, his seeds will grow. So even if it looks like you don't have the resources to do something, you do. You have the Queen of Swords. Again, I feel like you're plain and simple seeing something clearly that you need to have a new beginning in your life. Again, this part of the reading is pretty straightforward, so love it. With the Judgment card, let's see here. With the Judgment card, here you go. You have the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you. The Knight of Wands, I feel, is you just looking at the areas of your life where you've been inconsistent. And, this is not a criticism, right? We are all inconsistent in some area of our life. We all could probably work on that, right? So this is nothing like, I don't think this is unique to you here, Aquarius, but I just think that you're more paying attention to it, maybe more than anyone else. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords. If you dealt with a toxic person, liar, cheater, stealer, or anything like that, I would definitely be careful of that person. I mean, I feel like they're still a liar, cheater, stealer, and probably up to no good with the devil there. So I would definitely be careful. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Page of Wands. You have the Page of Wands twice as well. The Page of Wands is a card of adventure. I encourage everyone to go on some sort of adventure right now, whatever it is. It could be literally traveling, but it could also be learning something new, learning a new skill. You have this Manifestations card. It says, a bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. You have this Health card. It says, an excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friends are on the horizon. So there you go. Love it. But I feel like a manifestation. What does it say? Wishes could manifest right before your eyes. I like that. So the Moon is a card showing up in the area of the good stuff. The Moon is normally like fears, fantasies, illusions. But again, in the area of the good stuff, it kind of, to me, says you're on the right path, which we've been talking about. There's this path straight down the middle. It goes to these mountains. And the mountains in the tarot represent achievements. So I feel like there could be some sort of big achievement that you are manifesting, something you've really wanted, something that you feel inspired to do with the Ace of Wands. Again, Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. It's kind of like I get that feeling of, it's almost like a roller coaster. It's like when you're going over the hump and you're coming down the other side and, your stomach drops or whatever, right? I feel that some of you, it's like whatever you're about to do with your life, it has that type of feeling to me where, your like stomach is dropping, not like in a bad way. It's more like a roller coaster way or jumping out of an airplane way, right? And, I feel like this is saying, yeah, maybe you are making some big moves or you're making some big changes that you've never done before. But I feel like the reading is actually very simple. I think it's just saying Nine of Swords. It's like that things have to change. You're understanding that or something. You've had an epiphany or something like that, where you're saying like, okay, there are certain things I want to manifest, like this last card says. But you also know that there are certain things, like I said, it looks like little threads to me that are just kind of like, pulling on either side of your path, right? And it's almost like you're saying you have to get rid of those threads so that you can actually accomplish your journey, what you're here to do with the Page of Wands. You also had that other card that said, remember, you're here to teach others. So it's like you came here to have an experience. And I feel like you are kind of like understanding that. Like I said, very deep, very deep personal stuff going on here. With the Moon, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of like working on gratitude, being grateful for the things that you do have. Maybe you've had a lot of tough lessons over the years involving gratitude. It's like having Pluto on the 12th as well is always very interesting. So, that could definitely be something that you're thinking about. So, there you go. You have had, Pluto in your 12th if you're a first house Aquarius. With the Page of Wands, you have the Sun and the Hermit. Love it. So, definitely illumination. I also feel like there's a lot more happiness coming in for you. The Hermit has a star in his lantern normally. So, again, I feel like you're working your way to the star. The sun shines a light on things that you need to pay attention to. So, pay attention to your tension. And with the Ace of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you are protecting something that's special to you with this Ace of Wands. So I definitely feel this is more you setting standards. The Seven of Wands is a card of drawing a line in the sand, saying, I'm not willing to let anything below this point enter into my life. So I really feel that you're kind of, sticking up for your boundaries or you're setting new boundaries. I even feel like you're setting boundaries that, like, I'm hearing that some of you are setting boundaries that no one has ever set before, in your life. It's like maybe you grow up in a family where like everybody just like respects your parents for whatever reason. I'm not saying you should disrespect your parents. That's not what I'm getting at here. But what I am saying is it's like maybe you're, according to your parents, you should be like a dentist and you have to live down the road from them. But maybe you want to sow your wild oats and go exploring and live in Thailand or something like that. It's like, I feel like it's not like you're disrespecting them. You're going and living your life. And so I kind of get that feeling on the Ace of Wands. And again, that was just an example. Take it how it resonates. You have the ring card. It says a marriage will take place either in romance or business. So there you go. Definitely could be love coming in for you. I would be careful of the liar, cheater, stealer here. I will say this. I have a weird story here as well popping into my head, Aquarius, where it's like maybe someone told you something about one of your exes. It's like they came into your life It's like an ex of an ex or something. I don't know. I have like a weird story about like an ex of an ex. It could be your ex when, came in and told you something about someone else that's an ex in your life, and it like messed things up, and you could be like wanting to apologize or something for that situation, or someone wants to apologize to you for this. This could be an earth sign. I don't know. Weird story. But there you go. You have this older woman. It says dealings or relationships with an older woman. You have this wreath. It says sorrow over a loss. Yeah, you could be releasing someone here, judgment, like I said, so you could be releasing some sort of loss. You have this finger. It says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. I don't really see any problems here other than if you have a liar, cheater, stealer in your energy. Devil, Seven of Swords. You do go from that Seven of Swords down to the Seven of Wands. So, that would kind of tell me that you are setting boundaries, or you are sticking up for yourself or protecting yourself. So just make sure to do that. You have this well, it says family wishes come true, so a lot of good stuff here. You do have the Spirit card, says heartache over what you no longer have. So I would release that. I feel like there's so much good stuff coming in for you. I think a lot of us do that, where we kind of feel like we are never going to experience something again that we enjoyed, whatever that is for you, could be anything. But you have so much to look forward to. You have this Ace of Wands. You have that manifestation card that says your wishes can manifest right before your eyes. So, there's like something manifesting right before your eyes. But I feel like you also have to heal from something to allow that to happen. Pretty good stuff here, Aquarius. I really like this. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.